Steve, seriously?
Batteries.
Batteries. That's all. That's your one in job. That's all you've got to do is keep the batteries in the camera thing.
Hey, listen, we'll do it. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah,
we'll do
again.
It. Now here's a cash, man. We'll do it old school audio style.
Yeah.
All right, question.
Editor can make the funny, happy pictures appear.
The long-suffering editor will correct this.
Yeah, I know. Right. Where was I? Cyberpunk.
Yes.
Yeah, no, because that was it. I mean, Cyberpunk was cool. I mean, I got grounded doing Cyberpunk one game, and the next game I turned up is sort of, yeah, we're playing my next game, because everyone died. So how the hell did that happen? Oh, yeah, we had to jump out of the cruiser that we were in, and you were the only one who had a grav chip. And I'm going, I didn't have a grav chip. What, seriously? Yeah, but we just played you because you were grounded. But you had a no, I didn't have grav chip. You had my character sheet. I didn't have a grav chip. Anyway, next one, Pathfinder.
Okay.
I mean, I love Pathfinder. It's actually really cool. Honestly, it is really cool.
First edition was good.
Oh, yeah.
Onwards, though, not so much.
Yeah, no, I agree. But, I mean, but they were brilliant. You could, yeah. If you're like me, yeah, you're Viking. Which is just Scandinavian for pirate, in effect.
Raider, basically.
Yeah, raider, pirate, yeah. But it was actually a really cool game. I mean, it encompasses everything I like. Sailing, hit-eating, working out puzzles.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got a good DM, yeah, he's gonna kill you in the sailing part. He's going to try and kill you in the sailing part. He's going to try and kill you with the raiding part. And yes, if you ever get to a puzzle, yeah, God help you. God's help you, because, yeah, you're not getting through that if you haven't got through the other two bits. And my last one, which I've actually kept covered.
Wait, one caveat about the sailing bit, though. Did they ever release a Kraken on you?
Yeah, couple of times. But it was you could actually defeat it. I'm just trying to, it's been a lot of years since I've played Pathfinder,
so I couldn't say every GM's wet dream is to release the Kraken on a boat with your players on.
Yeah.
And as a GM, I never released the Kraken, but I fucking want to.
And the last one, and it's not my top, but it's got to be in there. And I've played it, and I cannot remember the actual name of this at all.
Too drunk?
No, it's just been that many fucking years. That's so many years. And it was me and some mates. We actually found this game in a little shop in Colchester.
Yeah.
That's a garrison town on the east coast. It was the capital of the UK for about 20 minutes back in the Roman days.
That's a brief history, yes.
Is in effect, and we worked it out. It was what does that say at the bottom?
Oh, WWE.
Yeah, I actually had to put the bottom thing in because I'm not allowed to do that because we'll get a content strike for saying
World Wrestling.
What for?
World Wrestling.
Entertainment.
Yeah. You play a wrestling RPG.
But yeah.
Nice.
And it was actually but we worked out, and because they were all wrestling nerds and they loved wrestling and American wrestling and that. WWFE, whatever it is, Q, cis, X, question mark, I don't care. They were actually going. Actually, we read through, we found it. We played a quick couple of games, at home, not here, but at home, at one of their homes, and they go. This is basically what they're playing with, because it sort of moves. It's you've got to do this, you've got to do that, but this is nearest. And we go. This is. We swear this is what they actually use. This is a system they use for WWE.
Okay.
Yeah, to determine who wins, who loses.
Well, I do know one little thing about wrestling which I noticed as a teenager. I actually saw two of the wrestlers talking to each other mid-match while they're in a head grapple. While one wrestler was grappling another, he was telling him in his ear what he's going to do next.
Oh,
and
gotcha.
I saw this as a kid. I was like, I can't watch wrestling anymore. I can't. I figured it out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they still use the X move. Even pro wrestlers will use the X move, which is two arms crossed.
Right.
And that's if their opponent has screwed up and needs help, or they've screwed up, or they've screwed up somehow and caused their opponent to injure themselves, or the referee is doing it, and that is nearest damn it. It's not game over. That's sort of match over. That's it. No, it's not time out. It's match over.
Okay.
Bring a stretcher out now. That is instant medical attention.
Okay, fair enough.
And that is one of the reasons that we actually got it. They actually got it. It was sort of because there's an X move you can do, and it was sort of literally, it was bang. If something happens, it's you literally put two arms, you cross your arms over your head. If you think the move is either too dangerous or if you're that low health.
Okay.
And it was sort of, oh wow, right, they're my five. Right, go on. Do you want to do your top RPGs?
Okay, let's go. All right, I'm going to start with the predictable, but everyone who knows the show knows I love these things. I love this more than anyone else cares to know about. It's Cyberpunk 2020 by Mike Pondsmith.
Isn't that a video game?
Unfortunately, the modern one is crap. It's nothing to do. I don't cast that as canon.
Oh, okay.
That's not Cyberpunk.
Oh no, that's 2020. No, I'm thinking of 2047, the video game. Don't worry.
I don't care. Cyberpunk Red doesn't count either. I don't care. That's my opinion.
What, original Cyberpunk?
No, dude, this hit me out, mate. Red is the new one released in 2020.
Oh, okay.
That to me doesn't count. When it comes to Pondsmith, right?
Yeah.
I love Cyberpunk 2020, right? If anyone tries to defend Cyberpunk Generations, you're going to lose. It's a bad system. All right? That's what I'm going to say.
But what about...
Go on.
No, I was going to say what about and just wait for you to rage on it.
That's what it is, mate.
No, don't worry. Go for it.
I made a legit point about Cyberpunk 2020 being the best. Generations being crap.
Weirdly, never heard Generations.
You don't want to.
That's the worst bit is never heard about Generations. So I won't hand in my nerd card yet.
I'm calling it crap, so you should know it's bad, okay?
Yeah.
Is that bottle number? Who knows? Whatever.
It's bottle number. I lost count.
Yeah. The clock is a glitch at this point, okay?
Yeah.
The clock is a glitch, okay?
I won't do the thing that he doesn't like.
Don't make noises for me to fix later.
Fair fucking enough.
All right. Second RPG I want to talk about. Okay. Is D&D 3.5. I don't need to go in too hard on this. I've talked about it enough. It's it's chunky enough. It's got enough moving parts. It's complicated enough.
Yeah.
It's simple enough.
Oh yeah.
And 4th edition was unnecessary. 5th edition doesn't exist in my view. So any 5e players, I don't care.
Yeah.
I have no interest.
I will say, as an addendum to mine, is for day it was the end of Thaco. Yes, we are going to have to do a thing on Thaco. I'm going to have to remember how Thaco works.
What you're going
He's
to do?
pointing fingers up at the camera.
You want to make a video explaining Thaco?
Oh God, no, I don't.
Well, you said you would.
I know. Shut up.
All right, it's recorded. It's going to happen.
Yeah, it probably will.
Hey, Swamp.
But it was the end of Thaco. But here's the thing. I mean, it was really cool when you actually had to do nearest damn it an entire hour and a half, 2 hour session beating a boss on a boss fight.
2 hour boss fight.
Rather than an entire 2 or 3 hours session on a semi-campaign. I mean, literally, that's the difference between 3.5 and 5. 4 was that intermediary.
It was crazy.
No, because you could actually spend either like 3/4 of an hour doing a boss fight, or you could do 3/4 of an hour getting to the boss fight.
Right.
Whereas 5, it was sort of, and that is killing mobs as well. That is literally killing mobs as well in 4. But 3.5, you could spend 20 minutes killing the mobs to get to the boss fight, and get halfway through the boss fight and going, the DM going, right, okay, it's about 7:30, 8:00. This is probably going to take us another 2.5 hours. Shall we stop here and reconvene next time just for the fight? And everyone will go, fuck yes. But the 5 is the complete opposite of, mobs are one-hit wonders.
It's a question. You talk about the hit dice, right?
Yeah.
But Conga Line of Death,
Oh,
4th edition, was
Yeah.
unbearable.
yeah.
The endless flank move. They move, stab, they move, stab. It's just tedious.
Yeah, but you are literally just talking one little thing. I mean, it's like the
Hated it.
constant backstab.
That's the thing. 4th E was about getting a flank on your opponent for bonus damage.
If you could.
But unfortunately, the only way to stop that was put your character next to a wall where you couldn't be flanked.
Yeah.
But that means you couldn't go out to get enemies, so they had to come to you. Otherwise, the Conga Line of Death would conjugate.
But here's the big kicker. I mean, 4th Ed was also the end of the rule of cool.
No, Raw Cool never died.
Rule of cool died at 4th Ed. Because you couldn't do, I jump off the balcony, grab hold of the chandelier, do a double somersault in the air with my 2 knives and plunge them straight into the top of the ogre's head, into the ogre's eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happens now, Mr. DM?
You get flicked off.
No, that would be 3.5 and 5. 4, it'll be okay, you're a git. Narrative. Right, okay. Roll. Hang on. 1 tick. He's reaching for dice.
He picks up nerd cubes.
Right, okay.
What
Yes.
success?
You basically, your knives go straight into the ogre's brain.
And crit it.
Can you roll damage? Oh, damn it, seriously? Yeah, I mean, I won't say I loved 4E,
I hated it.
but heart still goes to red box and 3.5.
Now, fortunately, I love 3.5 I hated 4th edition. And with the 5th edition, they brought in the advantage, disadvantage system.
Yeah, I know.
And that dumbed it down to the point of,
Oh, gosh,
you're rolling with advantage. Roll 2d20s. Wear your padded fucking helmet.
Yeah. The explosion rule was fucking awesome.
Explosion rule?
So, well, in fact, so you on a crit success, it multiplied.
Yes, crit damage.
Yeah, but so you rolled a 20. Okay, hang on. Roll again. 20. Okay, roll again. 20. Roll again.
Exploding dice.
Exploding dice. Explosive damage. And it would end up getting to ridiculous things.
If you roll nat 20, that is.
Oh, I know.
That's an if.
Yeah, I know. Right, come on. Number 3.
Traveller.
Traveller.
Traveller is a science fiction game. I fucking love it to pieces. It's basically set in space, right? And you're travelling on a ship. It's basically different class ships. It's a sci-fi universe. And you can make it as stupid as you want.
Yeah.
We had a homebrew universe where actors were extinct. And all shows were hosted by androids. Or as we called them, automatons.
Yeah.
Which had a picture of a face on a robot chassis. And we actually had a long reoccurring character called EJULON. Yeah, EJULON. Did I tell you through before?
Oh, I'm just going to write that down.
EJULON. You've got the comma between the two numbers. Between the 3 numbers, there's a comma. EJU, comma, LON. That's a serial number.
Fair enough.
And these androids in our universe, right, were programmed with the personalities of their role. So they were programmed to play the role.
Okay.
And EJULON.
So he was a paedophile and wanker.
Actually, no, he played a character called Billy.
Fair enough.
And in this show, virtual show, right, because when you're jumping in Traveller, it takes weeks of travel time. So you're just lounging around doing nothing for 2 weeks. And so Harrison watched TV.
Yeah.
And these robots were there gesturing with their arms and legs, right? Sometimes a smiley face emoticon will come up. And they were speaking in binary. 0s and 1s. So it'd be like, robot going 11001100. Robot would go 001100.
Red Dwarf flashbacks.
Yes. It's a reference. We're all inspired by something.
Oh, I know.
But here's a funny thing about EJULON. He became my favourite character in Traveller. Because when they cancelled the show, they'd wipe the robots. And this robot was defective.
What, clean?
The white protocol did not clean Billy out of its memory.
Yeah.
So it thought it was Billy. It's a robot who thinks it's human. Joined our crew on a scout ship. So we had a robot called Billy.
Yeah.
Who thought he was an actor / character.
Yeah.
And the robot would actually roll acting roles. And here's the best part though. This makes the story legendary. Ready? And this is a credit to a great game master.
Right.
We need a clink for this.
Out.
To Patrick.
One tick. I'm going to have to do that again because there was no alcohol in my glass.
Well, blinked, mate. You're filling it up again.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, basically, right. He basically, because we all know a well-known name ending with M. Oh, is that a new bottle, mate?
Yeah, that is.
All right, another one for the nebulous bottle count.
Hang on. He's doing the idiotic thing and pointing up at the screen where it should be up there somewhere.
Well, Steve fucked up. Battery's dead.
I know.
Put the top back on there.
Yeah. Hang on. It's Clink. For
Nice.
Paddy.
Here's the thing, right?
I hope he hates the name Paddy.
I don't know. I'll ask him the next call him. But anyway, Malcolm, as we all know Malcolm from the other stories I've told on my show.
What, that tart?
Malcolm, the bloke who is a very specific kind of fellow. Yeah, his character died. And Patrick, instead of making a new character, passed a sheet called EJULON to Malcolm.
Right.
Malcolm is a little bit on the autistic scale.
So he can paint.
No, he's very specific.
Oh, autistic. I thought you said artistic.
No. And so he literally took on the role of EJULON, and he role played well.
Yeah.
Malcolm, if you ever hear me say these words, I salute you, sir. You played the best automaton I've ever met. And he was just like, he's like, I'm going to make an acting role to pass this border security check. Okay. So he rolled his literary stats, combination and traveller, right?
Right.
And he downright acted his way through that terminal. Yeah. He got through there by saying, "Oh, I'm this, blah, blah, blah." And he even did a sleight of hand check. He had this.
Please tell me what he rolled.
A 17.
Jesus fucking Christ,
but this
that's
was
good.
This is from a dice pool, not a D20.
Oh, not just... okay, fair enough.
This is from a dice pool.
Yeah.
And yeah, he basically had a blank documentation holder, flipped it, closed it, and acted his way through that checkpoint. I was like, AJ, you can go in.
Oh, that's fucking good, yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, Jacqueline died the way his character did in the show, which was kind of ironic. Because in the show, the last scene of the show was he's on a spaceship.
Yeah.
No human can access the reactor because it's radioactive.
Yeah.
So EJULON, or Billy, sacrificed himself to save the crew.
Oh.
Well, in real life, in the game of Traveller, our ship was hit and our reactor was going thermal. And if we had to shut that thing down in 20 cycles, we'd be dead.
Right.
But Billy sacrificed himself in real life. So you can say art imitating life or life imitating art. I say
it's 6-1 after
EJULON, mate.
Yeah. EJULON RIP.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Go on, number 4.
Okay, so based on Cyberpunk,
Cyberpunk, D&D 3.5, Traveller.
Tiny Frontiers.
Tiny or tidy?
Tiny. TINY.
I can spell tiny, I'm not that dyslexic.
It's a minimalistic RPG system set in a sci-fi universe with mech combat. Do we need to say anything else?
Probably not.
Seriously, it's a game where it's a framework. And you can create any universe you want.
Yeah.
You take your 2 favourite settings, smash them together. And you have your setting. With mech combat.
Mm.
Do we need to say anything else?
No, not really.
And it's D6 based.
Oh.
It's awesome.
Oh, hey.
And now, number 4.
Number 5.
Oh, fuck. Good.
Yeah.
Right, number 5.
You run through, you...
Alright, paranoia. Paranoia. You're in Mega Complex, which is an underground bunker, right?
You're not going to mention Nebraska.
No, it's not out yet.
Okay, fair enough.
It's not out yet, mate.
Oh, never know.
Right now, it lives on my hard drive right now. It doesn't live anywhere else. Unless the memory of the Ipswich crew, but they burnt that bridge.
Yeah, I know.
They burnt that bridge hard.
Fair enough.
And that's outpost law, which I'm not going into on this episode.
I know.
Because I get narky.
Yeah.
But yeah, paranoia. You're in Mega Complex 1. It's basically communists took a nuclear apocalypse bunker survivors. But unfortunately, you've been there for so long that you're all long dead. Everyone's a clone of a clone of a clone of a clone. You follow me, Swamp?
Yeah.
And so, literally, everyone's a clone of a clone of a clone of a clone. Everyone's defective. Friend computer, which controls the installation of Mega Complex 1, right?
Yeah.
Or what I probably called it Alpha Complex. We called it Mega Complex. But in law, it's Alpha Complex. But we called it Mega because it sounds cool.
Yeah.
Right? But in Alpha Complex, friend computer controls everything. Doors, systems, life support, food, everything. And it's all run down. It's all neglected. It's all failing.
Yeah.
Friend computer is so paranoid about communist spies and fucking bullshit. The computer basically is paranoid. The AI is paranoid. So if you accuse the AI of being insane, that's treason. You'll be killed for treason by the insane AI. But calling the AI insane is a crime where you must report to a euthanasia chamber to kill yourself.
Hang on.
Even though you're a clone of a clone of a clone of
a clone.
You get usually the games you get 6 clones, right?
Yeah.
We ran with 12. And we would die
Hang on.
one after another.
Hang on. You ran with 12 clones?
Yes.
That's me in about 10 seconds.
So here's the thing though, you play Paranoia.
No, I've never played it. That's me in 10 seconds. Me literally going up to AI and going, you don't exist, do you? Oh, hang on. No, that's wrong.
Shall I carry on my story?
Go on.
Before I lose my track?
Go for it.
Okay. Think friend computer as Clippy from Windows 98. Windows XP Clippy. It tried to help you in Microsoft Word. That paperclip. Think of that as friend computer.
Right.
It's defective, but it wants to help you. Every clone has an implant in their head. And friend computer wants to reduce your stress and make you more comfortable and help you. So you could be performing surgery on your best friend who's dying on the floor. And friend computer realizes from the implant you're stressed, you're aggravated. So friend computer blinds you so you can't see the gore or horror, giving you a penalty to helping your friend survive the wound. This is paranoia. It's farcical. It's ridiculous. If you have a sense of humour and you want dumb shit that makes you go, what the fuck? Get Paranoia.
Alright.
But I recommend, if you can find it, 3rd edition.
Okay.
3rd edition. That's my 5 RPGs.
Oh, hey. Right. Now it's my swampy vid.
For video games.
Yeah.
Give us your list bar.
I was going to say, give us a clack.
What do you want to clack for?
Bio.
Okay.
Oh, no, I need a tea.
Oh, you want to piss? Fair enough.
Hence bio. Leave that in. Leave that bio in.
All right, for listeners. Right now you're a listener, you're not a watcher. He's taking a piss. But let's just say he's going for a wank in comments. Where he's much funnier. Put it in chat, comments, he went for a wank. Comedy gold. I'm leaving this in. Doop 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 doop. Doop 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 doopy 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 doop. Nice wank.
Yeah. Came everywhere. Just fucking clack. Hang on. One take. I'm back from my bio.
Piss.
Yeah.
/ wank.
Had a piss. Piss off. Actually, I will go. I'm gonna go kin old school on these video games.
Go for it, mate. Go for it.
Worms.
Classic.
I mean, seriously. I mean, Worms.
Like 95 or Armageddon or.
Oh no! This was literally the old school
The DOS
Worms
one.
shooter.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm not actually. I haven't. Where you had to literally destroy the worms.
Yeah, is that one original 95 edition or
Yeah.
the DOS version?
Oh, DOS.
That's for my time, bud.
Yeah, I know. I mean, just purely because that's what we had.
Yeah.
I mean, second is something that still is in my head from school. And hang on, that's 30 odd years ago. Is the L game?
L game.
Yeah.
You explain that's before my time, mate.
Oh fucking hell! Seriously, a text-based DOS game, really proper text-based. but it was a educational math based game that you literally had to really honestly use a lot of working out to actually get it, to the point of you could throw it to someone and they couldn't get it, but if you were anyway mathematically inclined, you should have been able to get it in about 10 minutes. And my record was still about 5.5 minutes ish, give or take.
Explain the game, just so people who are listening, what this L game is.
It's a maze game, but in every room you've got a puzzle. From the lock on the next room is a number. Here's the first number in the sequence. It's a 6-number lock. Here's the first number in the sequence, and that would be 3.
Okay.
Yeah. It's basically a Fibonacci sequence.
Oh, fuck.
Yes, I know.
And they use that for like random generation to make endless landscapes and shit.
Yeah.
It fucking folds on itself.
And it's a text-based game. It's a text. It was a text. It was never time at GURPS.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was actually really fucking cool.
Did I have role playing it?
Oh no,
Oh, okay.
no, this was just a text adventure.
I was thinking GURPS, like generic, universal role play system.
Yeah, no, this was the same as GURPS, but it was just a text adventure. So you go north or go N, but you couldn't. You literally just went to the next room, and it was a maze game.
You had to work your way around the maze.
Yeah.
So you're like east, north, south, east, north, north. Get to
Yeah.
the center or to the end or
To the end.
Could you cheese it by like hugging one wall and going all the way around?
No, you couldn't.
Okay, fair enough.
It was because text adventure. You can't do that with text adventure. Simon the Sorcerer. There's a couple of bits in one of the Simon the Sorcerers. It might be 3 or 4.
Yeah, I can't reference that, mate. You gotta explain to
The
everyone listening.
Simon the Sorcerer. I won't say side scroller, but near as. But Simon Sorcerer 3 was 3D version. But there's one bit where you're in a maze and you cannot. There's a maze in it. You can actually literally just walk the maze by just only taking one turn at a time.
Yeah.
So you can, if you turn right every time, you'll get to the middle. You'll get to the end of the maze.
Yep.
Yeah, seriously. You can do it with left as well. It's not too difficult. But it's actually the L game was a really nasty, horrible game. If you were an idiot, if you had no idea about it, but it made you made you work out logic very fucking quickly. It made you work out maths very fucking quickly. Yeah, it's like and I'm going really, really old school here. Mavis Beacon.
Don't ring any bells at all, mate.
Who's
Who's Mavis?
Mavis Beacon, and this is for my Gen Xers out there, was a touch typing simulator.
Okay.
So you basically, it was a game, but you had to touch type. You had to look at the screen and type the letters that were on the screen. Only problem is you were touch typing, and anyone who knows how to touch type knows that and I actually honestly don't. I'm actually now having to get out my bleeding phone and look at a bloody thingy to look at a QWERTY keyboard.
Well, I'm going for a cheeky wank. Be back in a minute, right?
yeah, to literally anyone who knows how to do QWERTY, touch typing, you have your thumbs on the F and the, hang on, yeah, the F and the H, and fingers dance around. And the horrible bit is it really screwed a lot of us up. It's like Shakespeare. But then again, anyway, I will say number 3, hang on, he's got the pleasure in himself. I'm going to go with Dreamweb. Now, a lot of you will never have heard of this game. I'm just writing it down. Sorry if I'm bibbling. Web, but it is a really awesome game. You can still get it. It's a dystopian game where you're stuck in the future, but it's a point and click, and you've got no idea, honestly, no idea where some of these objects that you need to complete the freaking game are. And the horrible bit is if you manage to complete one part and then go back, you can't actually get the thing that you actually failed to pick up. I do apologise. He's come back from. That was a quick one because he's come back from having a go at the tortoise.
Yeah, tortoise. But yeah, I was thinking of a wank because of funny.
I know.
But yeah.
Anyway,
how you going
Dreamweb. But it's a really awesome game, and you can still get it. Go check it out. Because I mean, most of my games are actually DOS based.
So you need DOSBox to run it.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
It was the last game you said, sorry?
Oh, Dreamweb.
Dreamweb. Give me a summary.
Well, I've just told them.
Oh, I don't know. It's for my time bar.
Basically, you're a dystopian future. Diddly-do, you've got to stop people from ending the world. In fact, you've got, but it's sort of a Illuminati type thing. Okay. It is actually honestly really cool. You've got to play it. It's awesome.
Do you think it's worth a let's play?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Well, maybe you could. We could do a let's play of that shit.
I will be. Solar Winds.
Solar Winds.
Now this is one from a long time ago, and this was a kicker.
That's sci-fi, yeah.
And you're a ship. You're on a ship, and you've got to do quests.
All right.
Simple enough, isn't it? Think of No Man's Sky.
So it's a sci-fi game.
Oh yeah.
Cool. I'm with you so far. I heard Solar Winds. I thought the solar winds and the cosmos. The idea of the solar ships that have the panels which catch the solar winds.
Oh yeah, yeah. You'd think, but now
go for it.
Think of a powered ship in a setting of No Man's Sky.
Yeah, play No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky universe is progressive. It's infinite.
Isn't there a centre in No Man's Sky? There's an end.
No, there isn't. There is no. Well, there's no outer edge to No Man's Sky. But same with this game.
It has an ending, right? All games have an ending.
Oh yeah. Ish.
I haven't played it, so I can't really say.
Well, there's a couple of them. I think. Oh, what's the one with Kerbal Space Program doesn't have an ending.
Kerbal was fun though.
Yeah, doesn't have an ending.
Yeah.
This has an ending, but you can literally spend years going in one direction.
Okay.
And not get to the end of the universe.
Sounds like Elite Dangerous.
In the wrong way.
It sounds like Elite Dangerous.
Yeah, I know. But it was cool. It was brilliant. Because there's a really a kick in the head thing right at the beginning of go to this place. Go to these coordinates. Sorry. Go to these coordinates. Oh, hang on. When you work it out, they are about 14.5 years in game. Sorry, not in game. Real life years from where you start.
We're talking astronomical units here.
Oh no, real life years. No, literally from you travelling in a straight line
Okay.
from point A to point B. From where you start to where you go to the end game is half an hour.
Okay, it's not long then.
Yeah, I know. But there's that one quest that everyone tries to do. And it's literally takes 14 and a half years. It's fucking hell.
So, what's this quest exactly? It takes
I
14
can't
years.
fucking remember because I got about halfway through it and I went, fuck it, I'm drifting alone in space. I've got no power. I'm dead. Piss on it. Delete the game.
Okay,
Fuck it.
fair enough. Solar wins.
Oh, yeah. And last but not least,
Oh, wow. Here we go.
yeah,
Go for it.
I'm not going to say WoW, World of Warcraft. I'm actually going to say just Warcraft in general.
All right.
Because, I mean, hell, because, I mean, who didn't like Warcraft 3? Well, the original Warcraft. Warcraft 3.
I prefer
Warcraft 2. Literally, the original top-down RTSs.
I prefer Command and Conquer myself.
Yeah. Well, what, the Gauss guns?
Oh, Command and Conquer, Tiberium War, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
From original CNC to Red Alert, that was great shit. Then again, though, my favorite RTS game, Tiberium Sun.
Yeah.
Seriously, that game is ridiculous. Because you can be a dick in that game.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to semi-dox myself.
Be careful, mate.
I know. If any of you are on the Shatar realm and you see Fingal, say hello.
How do you spell Shitar in this reference?
That's the way I'm semi-doxing.
Fair enough. Because the subtitles ain't going to work, mate. So
Yeah, I know precisely.
it's going to be gibberish, mate.
Yeah, I know.
Shitar, SHCH. What is
Yeah,
this?
I know. Good. Hey.
Fair
But
enough.
any WoW nerd will get that. Any WoW nerd will know that. Right. Can we call Kev say?
Not yet, mate.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking, though, we'll cover our 5 favourites, right?
Oh, yeah.
But I feel we should really do honours to the whole shebang. This is the last question done, right? Let's go into detail, like things that honorary mentions.
Go on.
So I want to go, okay, I want to drop some games and some names that I thought weren't good enough for the top 5,
Yeah.
but they're good.
Yeah.
Okay? So I'm going to go with Settlers. Good shit. I'm also...
That's Settlers, not Settlers the Guitar.
No, Settlers, the PC game.
Yeah.
Good shit. I'm also going to go with... Lost my train of thought. Thank you, mate.
know.
Give me the finger. Much appreciated.
Yeah, go on, carry on.
Right, Roller Coaster Tycoon. The Roller Coaster series.
Okay.
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Elite Dangerous was a great game for me.
Well,
I remember playing an emulator back in the day of the Spectrum.
yeah.
Original Elite Dangerous. And I played the newest one, Kickstarter, whatever you want to call it, right? And I played Elite until about 4 years ago. Then they shut out Odyssey.
Mm.
And I lost support for it. But if you're an Odyssey player, I still love Elite. I just don't like what they're doing. Elite Dangerous should be about spaceships, not first person shooting. So that's just me. And I'm an explorer. I travelled to Sagittarius A, went to Beagle Point, the Norvis thing, and the Extras Fields.
Mm.
Once I landed at a station, I saw my exploration data. 640 million credits.
Mm.
My character retired. My Elite Dangerous character retired.
Yeah.
But I've got all my systems up there. If you ever see Semi-Dogs and myself again, you see Lithius Maximus in Elite Dangerous. I tagged that system. If you see Lithius Maximus as a Roman spelling, I tag those star systems. Battletech, mate. Giant stompy robots in the year 2030 odd, mate.
Seriously, I forgot about Battletech as well. I mean, how can you not forget about that?
Oh, yeah.
It's like battle cards as well.
Oh, yeah. We'll do one at a time. Keep
Do
it simple.
Battletech first.
works for me, mate.
Yeah.
Battletech is great. The Innisphere, the clans, the madness, giant fucking robots. And the best part is, if you ever played the original Battletech, the original art, the goofy fucking helmets, like it looks like a fucking 1970s sci-fi gone wrong. And the best thing about Battletech there was, you want to piss people off, have a lance, but one of your mechs is a charger.
Haha.
No guns, and you run up with an XL engine which moves basically double speed movement, and then start punching.
Well, it's the same as Battle Cars. I mean, that was a classic game from, weirdly, Steve Jackson, not the Choose Your Own Adventure books of Steve Jackson and thingy. Can't remember his other name. But yeah, Steve Jackson, who did Munchkin. That lot.
Yeah.
Battle Cars. Proper. And that was, I mean, as you say, the best one was the Suicide. And that was literally, you just had a blank car which just ran it, literally just charged towards people and blew up.
Oh, explosive car.
Yeah, in effect. Yeah. And then other cars you'd have sort of major big weapons on that were virtually too heavy to move.
Yeah, maybe go into battle car lore, mate. Just so people don't know what battle cars is.
Oh,
give them the summary.
God. I mean, Christ, that's been... Hang on. That's probably been about 20 years since... Well, actually over 20 years since I played it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're going back to the obscure classics.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Yeah, so, because I never played battle cars, right?
Yeah.
I played Battletech, never played battle cars.
Oh, yeah.
So, as you talk me like I don't know anything about it, give me the summary.
Oh, Christ. No, what? Battle cars?
Yeah.
You basically built a car up. That was the pre-game. You built a battle car, you had points. You built a battle car to kill other battle cars. That was it. Square grid.
Yeah.
In effect. Or square grid game board. And you moved to kill other battle cars. But every now and again you'd get a little shit who would basically, as I say, do a suicide car. Sorry. An unalive car.
A self-exploding car.
Him and all.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's the two demonetised, mate.
Yeah, I know. Who would literally just run into the cars and just run into other cars just to deliberately kill them. But no, I was trying to think of another one. That's like Hero Quest.
Yeah, the board game, yeah.
Oh, God, I mean, my Gen X, go on, guys. Hero Quest, Space Quest, no, Hero Quest, Space Marine. That was literally, for a lot of us, that was a infection vector into RPGs, into this entire whole wonderful world of nerddom.
I might have to bring in like a little addendum here, right? Infection vector. It's basically something that gets someone into the bug.
Oh.
So they discover the passion.
Yeah.
It could be a simple game.
Like Cards Against Humanity.
Which evolves into a bigger hobby, like, say, Traveller.
Mm.
As they say, here, infection vector.
Yeah.
Usually you're like a parasite infecting someone with the RPG bug.
I know.
Once they have it, there's no escape.
Yeah, it's like...
I had to say it, but...
Oh, that's not a problem. It's I'm just trying to think. Oh, Christ, it's a lovely game. It's basically set in the Arctic. It's basically, I think it's called The Thing.
Great movie as well.
Oh, God, yeah.
John Carpenter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not his greatest, but yeah.
It's not a bad movie.
The worst bit is if you know a little bit of Norwegian, it spoils the movie immediately because the two guys in the helicopter are basically spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. The two guys on the helicopter in Norwegian are saying, "Stay away from the dog. Don't go near the dog." Yeah, that ruined the movie for me.
It's the thing, basically.
But it is a really awesome game because it is a you don't know who is infected. You do not know. All you know is you've got to get out.
Yeah.
It is actually a really cool game. Yeah.
Nice.
Hey.
It's basically like a werewolf, but with a thing, basically.
Oh no. Oh god, no, because werewolf, you actually get to deduce. You actually get to work out who it is.
Oh yeah.
I don't know this, you don't know who it is because next thing you know is sort of you could be infected.
You don't know.
You don't know who is infected at all. All you know is at the start of the game no one's infected.
Yeah. But one thing of why I love werewolves so much is though because she gets two phases of the game.
Yeah.
The day phase and the night phase. The storyteller basically describes the setting, right? And the players, right, go straight into the first night.
Alright.
Where the werewolf players agree who they're going to kill.
Alright.
Then the day phase happens. Oh, the villagers realise someone's been killed. And then they can figure out what they know and then do a trial to try and hang someone. Hopefully trying to hang the werewolf.
Yeah.
Before they can turn at night. But the beauty of that game is werewolf is so fucking vindictive.
Yeah.
A good werewolf player will try to pin the blame on someone else to say, they're the werewolf, they're being suspicious. The only option, which is the dangerous thing about werewolf is...
They can't be hanged.
You can hang the werewolf during the day. There's no moonlight to turn them, so they can be hanged. You can hang the werewolf in daytime.
Okay.
But no, the most powerful role in the game of werewolf is the little girl.
Yeah.
The little girl can snoop at night. She can look out the window. But if the players or the the person storyteller run the game spots the little girl spying, she instantly dies. So if the two werewolf players or the storyteller who controls the narrative spots the little girl character snooping, she instantly dies from fright. But if no one spots her snooping, she can literally go, "I'm the little girl," signing her death warrant.
Oh, she's dead next time.
Yes. Saying, so-and-so is a wolf. He had his eyes open. And a lot of players go, "That's meta. That's meta." Well, guess
that's in the game.
But here's the catch, ready? That's the catch in this game.
Yeah.
The best way to phrase it is the little girl says she in character, she saw so-and-so out at night.
Yeah.
And that's enough to paint them with suspicion. Because she knows she's dead. The werewolf players know she saw them. And she will be shut down the next night. So when you play werewolf and you have a little girl character go, "I saw a werewolf," she's good as dead. But she's warned the whole group. She took the hit for everyone.
Oh, gosh, yeah. No, I mean, there's about half a dozen social deduction games where you can do the exact same damn thing. And, I mean, we were saying it off camera with the Hunter.
Yeah.
I mean, all it needs is literally like a couple of 3 people alive at the end. I mean, if the hunter dies, he can pick someone.
Correct.
3 people, he's got a 50-50 chance. Hell, if the little girl's alive, if he can work out who the little girl is... Yeah. He can go, right, that's a little girl. I've still got a 50-50 chance of killing someone. Even if it isn't if the little girl isn't there in the game, it's still a 50-50 chance. But he's got to hope that he dies.
It could be, but unfortunately you have to be careful with the hunter because it's indiscriminate.
Oh yeah, I know.
You could be getting the witch.
Yeah.
It's a powerful character.
Oh.
You could be going after many other characters.
Yeah.
Because you played the later editions, they had so many more roles.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
But the hunter is a great role. But in the end, like you say, it is roughly Yeah, 4 people alive. And then there's a little girl alive as well. The best way to spot the little girl character is the person who doesn't know too much, but doesn't say too much either. But she seems to have poignant information at the time.
Yeah. Who all of a sudden, near the end of the game, all of a sudden knows virtually freaking everything about every one.
Yep, but the little girl character is the most powerful role in the game.
Yeah.
Because she can literally bust werewolves. Help me
Yeah.
up, Buff. She can bust werewolves, cause havoc, but if she gets seen doing it, she's done.
Yeah. Well, we said this off camera, but it's like Secret
that-
Hitler.
Another bottle?
That's, I think that's,
I lost track, mate.
yeah, I can't remember. No, I'm keeping that one.
We're just working through this, man.
Yeah.
We're working through it.
No, it's like Secret Hitler.
Yeah.
As, but the only problem about Secret Hitler is you need so many freaking people to play it.
Much like werewolf.
Yeah, but I mean, my cohort says, "Oh, 80% play, 80% chance the fascists lose." You know,
here's the
seriously,
catch,
unfortunately,
if you use the modern liberal strategy of only voting in liberals only, right? Then literally they dominate most of the game board. Causing the fascists have a basically 60 to 80% chance of failure every time. It's a problem.
no, that's the thing, they don't. It's because that is the gameplay for the fascists. Is if they screw up, if they try, because they've got to try and convince the liberals that they're not fascist.
Right.
The amount of times that I've seen liberals vote a fascist policy in.
Because they have no choice, probably.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good God, I've seen liberals be persuaded by the fascists to shoot a liberal because they think they're Hitler.
But all I'm going to say is, depends on your game group.
Yeah.
Because if there's a certain group with a certain bias in the meta in your game group, it will go one way. Because my personal experience my history of playing Secret Hitler is a lot of people who I used to play with in the Ipswich crew, not calling you out, you would always play the liberal meta, where you'd only ever support liberal known or liberal ascending characters. And if you were a fascist trying to play yourself off as a liberal, you would literally always never get anywhere. So when I played that game, I know if I was on the fascist, if I drew a fascist card, I'm not going to win that game.
But that's where you screwed up, because then you're not role-playing it properly. Because you've then got to literally throw yourself straight into the liberal bit.
They had a whole
and make
meta.
sure that they know that you're a liberal.
Well, they had a whole meta. You had to be in the group to know what I'm talking about here.
Well, even so.
There was a group meta which guaranteed liberal victory 60 days at a time. That's why when I played it begrudgingly, knowing if I'm ever on the non-liberal side, I will basically have a 60 days chance of not winning this game.
Then, in that respect, the Ipswich group, you're a bunch of wankers.
They had a meta.
Hang on. You're a bunch of wankers. You're playing to the narrative, i.e., you're playing to your own socio-political outcomes. And no, you aren't playing to the game.
Correct.
Because you aren't trying to influence the outcome. You are playing to your own. Now, the whole point of the game is to politically persuade. Not politically persuade, just to persuade the opposing team that you are that you are on their side, not that you are going to vote this way. So therefore, you're playing like shit.
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
Sodja. And people we've already mentioned before, come at me. And I'll put 5-1. Come at me in the comments and on Facebook. I'll rip you down a peg or two.
Yeah, but like I say, I was in a group with a certain bias, and the game was never fun for me. I never had an enjoyable game. I can safely say I've not played one enjoyable game of Secret Hitler where people play for the role play.
Yeah.
It was always on the fucking meta.
I've played God knows how many. And I've played where it's literally we've had to play a 4-player game where you've got literally 4 players and 1 person, because you've got to have more liberal members than you've got to have fascists.
Yep.
A 4-player game, you've got to have 1 person who's a fascist, who's not a fascist, who's actually a spy for fascists, who's actually a liberal as well. And that makes everything so much fun.
It makes it a wild card, basically.
Yeah, I know.
But unfortunately, though, it's what it is.
And the worst bit is, he's the only person who knows who Hitler is.
Oh, that's an interesting mechanic.
I know, that's our problem. That's the best bit about it. Yeah, is because liberals know shit. Liberals know fuck all. Same as Tories. Well, in this country, so does Labour.
It's all the same shit, mate.
Yeah. But that's the whole best bit about the game. That 4-person game is, 4 people. 2 are liberals, 1's Hitler, 1's a spy and a fascist. But he's also a liberal.
Okay. But it's basically Secret Hitler mixed with Resistance, basically.
Yeah, I know.
God, man, Resistance is a great game, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I love that game to pieces, but finding enough players to play Resistance is hard. Minimum is 5 players to play Resistance.
Yeah.
But the fact that the game is so balanced so well,
Yeah.
because you actually have okay, ready for this? Because you use voting cards every round, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say I get you're the leader of this mission, right? You pick your team, right? So we had 5 players or 6 players, right? You pick your team, and then you give them a gun token each. They're on the mission.
Yeah.
And you state what the mission is. We're going to fuck with their oil supply. We're going to fuck with their fuel. We're going to do this. We're going to do X, whatever, right? Role play. But then everyone has votes. 2 cards. Success, failure.
Yeah.
And you place your card on the table. And then the leader would get all the cards, shuffle them around, mix them up, and play them face up. 1 sabotage or 1 failure card.
Yeah.
You lost. That meant 1 point against the Resistance, right? The Resistance needs less points to win than the spy does.
Yeah.
But if the spy is good, he can literally tap out his 20 plus tokens he needs to win. Because the spy's biggest role in Resistance is this. Not stoking paranoia. That helps. But what they really do best in Resistance is this. They make others look guilty. They paint guilt on others. They try to undermine. It's really vicious.
Yeah.
I love Resistance. Let me see. The Shadowrun PC games. They're good. The Shadowrun is pretty good. I admit it's quite woke though. You know what I mean?
Well, they were good in the beginning.
But come on, man. They got pretty bad after a while. I mean...
Actually, I'll say one that never went woke.
Go on.
Neverwinter.
Neverwinter Nights.
Neverwinter Nights.
Good game.
1 and 2 never went woke.
Good games.
Yeah.
Neverwinter was great.
Oh, gotcha. Actually, 3 that never get mentioned.
Go on.
And these are Moon Logic games.
Are we talking... Okay, go for it.
Discworld. Discworld 2. Discworld Noir. Oh, and a 4th. Grim Fandango.
That's a good game.
And they're all point and click games, but they are so Moon Logic.
Grim Fandango is a trip, man.
Oh, God, yeah.
I like Grim Fandango. I played it on PlayStation back when I was way younger.
Oh, God, I'm actually going to go, yeah. Part of me says, I really hope he hears this. Somebody put it out to him. Tony Planner, love him. Fucking awesome bloke. Absolutely awesome actor. Yeah.
I don't know who that bloke is. Who's...
He played Manuel Calavera. Manuela Calavera.
Fair enough, but...
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately you name voice actors with me, I just don't know. But let's talk about other. So we'll cover the games we like the most. We'll cover a lot of honorary mentions.
I can give you a few more honoraries.
Go for it.
Monkey Island.
Yeah.
I mean,
Brushwood.
seriously.
Brushwood, yeah.
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 I mean, they were all. I mean, they're all. No, they're actually. Blah 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 blah. Which will be a lovely sound bite. They're all LucasArts.
Yeah.
They are.
LucasArts made a lot of good games.
Oh, gotcha. Sam and Max.
Yeah. Yeah, Sam Max.
Yeah. I mean, even when they went to the Telltale.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, less said the better. But
Yeah.
the story was good, but it was just gameplay. Hang on.
Bangs head. Don't bang Mike. Don't bang Mike.
Can I bang Mike with head?
No.
Damn it.
It's a quad condenser, mate. Come on.
Hell, no. He looks at me with sort of evil eyes and hurts me.
Yes.
Yeah. Threatens me with wooden sword and yeah.
No threats required. This is an OG Yeti from the golden days.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's got a plastic
The knobs are plastic.
smiley face on the knob.
Well, yes, that's my modification. I stuck a smiley face on the fucking volume. Okay?
On the knob.
Yes. Just look. That's cool.
Usually it's your girlfriend that puts a smiley face on your knob,
Well,
but you haven't got one.
I'm currently single, so my knob is not smiley. But
There we go, ladies.
That hopefully ends the AMA.
Here's a good one.
Let's just say, with that clanger, we end the AMA.
And we go clack.
Wrap it up.
Fucking hell, that was good.